back, y'all. Bullion here, and welcome to episode 61 of In Focus Friday. So last week we had a look at the Belgian 5 franc coin, which comes with a little bit of a dark past to it, because whilst it's an absolutely gorgeous coin, really amazingly toned coin, the monarch depicted on that coin was not a very nice chap, to put it very politely. He was responsible for the genocide of millions of people in Central Africa. Now, thank you so much for watching last week. If you did, if you haven't, then you can catch that episode. The link is in the description below, so go check that out if you haven't already. Thank you for voting last week. It was Amadeus, the winner. He has a very, very cool beard. That swayed some of you. I'm going to retire the last coin, the French coin. Maybe we'll have another look at that in the future. But I have two very, very cool coins to share with you. I want to see which one you guys choose in the vote this week. You probably have guessed them if you saw my Wednesday video this week. But stick around to the end of the video and cast your vote for next week if you can. So we have Amadeo the First, Rey, which means king. So the first of his name, Amadeo. Now this is a Spanish coin. As you can see, it is denominated 5 pesetas. Really cool coin. Once again, I picked this up from the London Coin Fair back in September. It was in one of the bargain bins. And it's a lovely coin. You know, I love these old school European silver coins, these kind of 90%ers. You know, they just have this real kind of great feel to them, great look to them. And I do love coins like this with the kind of lovely toned look around the edges and the lettering around the edges with the stars as well. Absolutely fantastic. And it's interesting enough, it says Libertad here. So perhaps this is one of the very first Spanish Libertads rather than, well, it's probably not the first. Having said that, it's probably dating back much further than that. But anyway, here we go. Here is Amadeo the First of Spain, de España. Excuse my Spanish accent for those of you who know any different. It's from 1871. It's a really cool coin. That's Amadeus the first on, well, I say Amadeus. He's called Amadeo on the coin, but he was more kind of commonly known in the anglicised term as Amadeus. Now, he lived from 1845 to 1890. However, he was only king of Spain for about 2.5 years, just over 2.5 years. He came to the throne after one of the I say one of the, because there's been very many Spanish sort of civil wars and revolutions. So there was a Spanish Revolution which deposed the then monarch Isabella II, and Amadeus was instigated as that kind of king of choice. He was kind of almost elected to become king. He then reigned only for 3 years. He was, by all accounts, an okay king. There wasn't any horrendous genocide like the coin from last week. However, he basically decided after a while he just had no support from his ruling party and government basically. So he decided essentially to give up the throne and go back to where he came from. He was actually Italian by birth. He was born in Turin. He fought in the Italian Wars of Independence in the sort of 1860s, and then he was obviously made king of Spain through various connections and familial connections in Spain. But yeah, so he then decided to basically abandon the monarchy in Spain, and that's when Spain became a republic in 1873, which is fascinating. And that's another thing I love about these old school coins, is that you can learn a load of history from them, just from this is a chap who only was on the throne for 2-3 years in the 1870s, and here we are talking about him in 2017. Isn't that amazing? So anyway, here's some stats and figures about the coins. So this is what I've found out. If you guys think I've got anything wrong or you know anything extra about these coins, then please do correct me, let me know. But they're not a rare coin by any stretch. There are reportedly sort of millions of these coins, certainly from this year in 1871, that are out there. However, there are some slightly rarer specimens. So if you have a look on these coins now, I thought originally I might have a right winner here, because I looked on here and on various websites that you see, if you see the DE initials here, which I believe are part of the maker's initials, I could be wrong on that, but if you see the DE there, and then if you turn it round onto the other side, and if you look on the star on his right hand side, and there is the number 73 in there, then you're onto a winner, and this could be worth, well, in a circulated condition like this, it could be worth, $300-400, which would be pretty amazing. Now, as far as my eyes can see, and I'm going to try and get it even more zoomed in if I can, that is a 75 and not a 73. So as far as I can tell, that is a 75, not a 3. If it's a 3, if you guys really do think it's a 3, and you've got, like, if you can do a screen grab and prove me wrong, you know, I've looked at that under a real sort of, you know, high zoomed in photo, and as far as I can see, that's a 5. But if it is a 3, then it's worth a lot. So if you have any of these coins, well worth checking that out, because you could be sitting on quite a small fortune, because those are apparently very rare indeed. Certainly if they were in kind of a, you know, really pristine uncirculated condition, they could be worth thousands of dollars, which would be a pretty impressive thing indeed. However, it's probably not, and nevertheless we have here the design of the coin. I'll just comment on that very quickly. I love all these old coins with crests on them as well. They're really very cool indeed. We've got here a castle, a lion, and some other designs, chain links, and potentially a rose at the bottom of that shield or that crest. Kind of reminds me of the shield-backed sovereigns in a way. You got that kind of look with the crown on top, which you know, looks very cool indeed. And I guess it's maybe the theme of the era, you know, to have those kind of crests and crowns on your coins and everything. And then Amadeus himself, and his kind of, you know, Romanized almost look there with his beard and hair like that. All he needs is a wreath and he'll look like a Roman emperor perhaps. But there we go, so that's the coin. I think it's a really pretty coin. I like it, you know, in terms of picking these up from bargain bins. If you can pick these up for, you know, spot value or less, or just over spot value, then you're always onto a winner, because these are fascinating stuff, and I really do enjoy them, as well as, you know, stack them for weight and everything too. So there we go, that's Amadeus the First. Very cool coin. Do comment in this video if you like it. If you don't like it, just comment generally if you've got them as well. That'd be really cool indeed. Now, putting him to one side, we have 2 coins to have a look at next week. They are big ones. Oh, very big. I might have to zoom out of the camera here. Big old 10-ounce Queen's Beast Griffin. So you may have seen this on Wednesday's video. Showed that in the video there when I was talking about what kind of silver I'm still looking to buy for the long-term future. And alongside that, I also had a 10-ounce Kookaburra, because this 2018 Kookaburra, fantastic design. Love that new Kookaburra. So I want to know what your guys' favourite is. You know, a lot of you commented in the last week's video about the Griffin. You know, we've got this awesome back on the Griffin as well. But let me know your thoughts. I really do want to know. I think it's a very interesting, you know, query to put to you guys. What is more popular, the Griffin, the Queen's Beast series, or this Kookaburra? Because even though this Kookaburra is absolutely gorgeous, personally I think you're all going to choose the Griffin. Because it's new. I guess it's newer and the design's newer on the 10 ounces, and I think you guys will choose that. Prove me wrong if you're not. Remember, every vote counts, because sometimes it's actually very close in the voting. So do comment in this video if you want to vote. Otherwise, all that I can say is a massive thank you to everybody for watching. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe for more.